Yeah. You already know how it goes down, man. This is Tez Too Deep, man. Melody's in the building. And y'all had to play that song simply because our guest is here. Melody, you ain't gonna say nothing? She is not used to all this star power that's in her right now.
I definitely am, because I'm a star myself.
Okay, okay, excuse me. But yes, we got Gio. Well, say your whole name, because I always just call you Gio. Go ahead and say your whole name. I call you Gio every time.
It's Gio. Let me kind of break it down, too, because sometimes Tez will introduce me and say some different accents on where the accents don't go.
Hey, it's not my fault.
It is. Let me clear it up. Gio El Futuro. El Futuro.
El Futuro.
She got it.
I'm not
I'm
not going to try.
I've heard Tez say Gio El Futuro.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know, I'm country, man. You got to get to me, man. I'm sorry, bro. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. But how you feeling, man? You doing okay?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired. I just got off of work.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey,
just got off of work.
Look, Melody is Superwoman over here.
Yeah.
She got like 12 jobs.
Oh, yeah?
It's only 3.
Okay.
Only 3.
But it feels like 12. Don't even try to act like that. Man. Don't try to be modest, okay?
Hey, gotta be up at 4. Get that money.
Yeah, gotta get that money. And then you just keep on working all day, man. So, like I said, man, what up, Gio, man?
What up?
Listen, I'm glad you are here. We're going to tell the people why you're here. We're going to have a quick interview with you.
Cool.
We're going to play some of your music, too, as well. And then we also going to release the new single. What's the new single called?
The new single is called La Regla. La Regla. It's a challenge.
I'm so glad you heard, dog.
Right? Whatever y'all been holding back.
With R's and vowels.
I don't know what I was going to say. I was, bless
you good out.
I'm glad he asked. He said, what is it called?
Listen, I'm telling you, everything that we about to drop, and you correct me if you can. And I swear to you, bro, I mean no harm.
No. It's all love. It's all love.
Hey, you know, I mean, JCPS education.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
It's love.
That's what it is. That's what it is. But yes, man. So we got a lot of questions for you, man. We're gonna jump right into the actual interview for time's sake, because I don't want to waste any of your time, man. So first question, just from me. I want to know, why is it that you do music? I'm going to go deep first.
You're going to go deep.
You already know it, bro. Why do you do music, man? What's so important about doing music to you?
Let me kind of clear up first. So I think, and we've talked about this, but I think there's a misconception that anytime there's an artist, a musician, or somebody who's, you know, trying to do entertainment, I think the first thing that people think about is that person's trying to get famous.
Yeah.
Or that person's doing it for money, or that person's doing it, you know, for X reason. For me, it's simple, man. Like, my whole goal is to push my music as far as I can push it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not really about the fame. So if I can push my music without even touching an inch of, you know, being famous, I still win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of taking my music, you know, it's only been a little bit that I've been doing this, but I want to take it outside of the state, outside of this country. I want to, you know, and some of those goals have been met, but, you know, now I think it's kind of time to step up the game.
So let me ask you this. You say you don't want to be famous, man, but let me tell you something. If you're an artist like you're an artist, and you dope like you dope, I mean, it's going to happen. Like, so, I mean, are you scared of the fame? Is that what are you scared of it?
I don't think so. I'm not scared of nothing.
Oh, whoa.
No. I don't think it's a fear of being famous. I think it's just more of I think if I was to get famous, I'm gonna lose sight in the passion that I'm, you know, the whole reason for me doing this, and that is push my music as far as I can push it, but also that I'm doing this because I love to do this.
Yeah, right.
So forget the fame, forget everything that comes with being famous. Just let me be passionate about my music. I already know what you about to say.
But you gonna be famous though doing this whole time. So I'm just gonna let you know, because you are gonna be famous, bro.
I appreciate it.
So you gonna have to deal with that. That's gonna be a great question to answer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be good to say. You know what I mean, to the interviewers, you know, to the big time radio stations. Right. But, man, I know, man, your talent is amazing, bro, so I know you will be famous, and I know it's actually going to happen. So just continue to do your work, man. Melody, go ahead and jump in on some questions real quick for me, girl.
What you got?
So when did you begin? Like, when did you start? Like, you said a few years. So exactly, do you remember when you started?
Yeah.
Like, who influenced you? Like,
Absolutely. So, first question. So I started my solo career 3 years ago exactly to this month. So tomorrow night I actually have a show at WkndWithTez. One of the things that we're going to be celebrating is my 3-year anniversary as Gio El Futuro. But I've been in music pretty much all my life. My biggest influence all time, hands down, not even a question, is my father, my dad.
Okay.
So my dad is, we're actually part of, so I do this. I got Gio El Futuro as my solo career, but I also have a band. And a lot of people don't know that, but my dad is the main singer in that band, believe it or not.
Turn up.
So, I mean, if anybody likes my music, like, in my voice, my dad is, like, up here. That's my main top influence of all time, always. But I've always been a part of music, whether it be in some kind of band or singing or even playing instruments. Like I've always been a part of music since I can remember.
So what do you play? You say you play.
Man, so I played percussion for a little bit in the band, and that's a salsa band. So we do salsa, merengue, bachata, everything. I did percussion. I started out in the band, man, when I was, if I had to guess, I was probably like 13 or something. And I was playing trumpet. I played trumpet for a little bit. Then I played piano for a little bit. And then the singing came in. I started singing with the band. I was probably like 17, 18. And I was scared, man. Like I was, it was new.
Hold on, wait. I thought you was never scared.
I was
got you.
Past.
Okay.
Way back then. Now I'm good. I'm good now. But back then I was
Drop
the bomb, man.
All right, she got me.
Yeah, she gonna be on top, man. Go ahead, man.
Past tense.
So, okay, that was an awkward pause. Anyway, I
was waiting on the next one.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
This happens with Melody. She paused. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We need to be on the same team. I'm sorry. I am really just throwing you under the bus today.
Jokes, man.
I'm just
terrible.
I'm just saying, like.
He's so
what they say, Ted? They said Ted sound like Kevin Hart.
No.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
I sound like Ted's a 2D. That's about it.
That's right.
So.
Come on, man. She's silly, man. I do apologize.
No, you good. I'm at home. I feel like I'm at home.
She's silly though. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She's silly. So while you think about your question, can I ask it?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
you
of
get
course.
it.
Anyways, so man, I want to know more about just your family because I know you're a family guy. And I know that's is that a big thing for you? Like you want to portray being a father and being a husband and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. So I think that's also another misconception that if you're an artist, typically that person is single and, that person does everything that they do for, this is going to sound bad, but for themselves, to elevate their career. And that's fine. That's beautiful. It's different with me, though. And just like yourself, you're a family man. My family comes first.
Right.
So let me kind of clear that up. I love music. Those who know me, I have a deep, deep passion for music. Many genres and all this, I can talk about music all day, but the one thing or one of the things that trumps music automatically is my family. So I got my 2 boys.
That's right.
I am married. I'm happily married.
Yes.
And I'm definitely a family man first.
Is it hard to be married and doing what you do, bro? Because you do a lot of shows, man. I think you honestly, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you do more shows than what I've done, and I feel like that's almost impossible. But you do a lot of shows.
Let me kind of break this down. So
don't get yourself in trouble.
No. I'm good. Hey, we're
okay.
I'm good. I do a lot of shows, right? And obviously that there's people at shows. But I got my brother's single, man.
Yeah.
So I pass anything and everything that comes my way, man. I got a single DJ who's DJing for me, who's my manager. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about any of that.
Shooting that shot. That is the perfect way to segue into an alley-oop. That is what we call an alley-oop, okay? You're learning something good.
I already know about what an alley-oop is.
Oh, whoops. Okay. All right, then. Why don't you go ahead and ask the question then, lady, while you trying to get smart? Anyways.
My pleasure. Speaking of all your shows, I've seen a video where you were in Lexington. You were in Transylvania.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
Represent.
I ain't go to Transylvania, but I'm from that Lexington area. But with all your shows, where has been your favorite or your best place to perform?
Man.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question.
So hands down, I'm gonna say Transylvania was probably the most. Oh man,
that was energetic.
That was good. So it was. Here's what I really loved about Transylvania. That crowd. I've done shows in Lexington before, but never for that crowd. So I don't know if people know this, but that crowd was students. It was a mixture of college students and high school Hispanic students that were a part of this program. And to end that program, they wanted a concert, a full. I think I did like an hour show of a full out concert. So I think what really hit me from that show was that love that I got from there was authentic. Like these people, that whole week, the only thing that they had in their mind was Gio El Futuro's coming to sing for us. Like I'm gonna follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like that was it, because they were stuck in this in this classroom type setting or whatever. Yeah. And then when it came down to the show, man, like the full hour was just super energetic. Like just a lot of love. People, some of the songs, like people were already singing along with it. Like it was very, very powerful. So I think I'm gonna go with that as my top. There's been some other ones that have been pretty good. Coconuts, there's been a few times like it's been just mad love the whole time. But I think I'm gonna put that as the top one. Transylvania was lit.
That's dope. So what we're gonna do is real quick, we're gonna go ahead and get into some music. We got some we always called it dime, like an idiot.
Dime.
Yes, we
always called it Rakai, man. Rakai jokes. Let me tell y'all something about Rakai. Every time a song came on that was mine, man,
oh my god,
Rakai would bust out some Hispanic jokes.
Every time too.
Every time.
And he ain't here. He ain't here to get this work. You see what I'm saying?
I came prepared.
He was gonna get this work today, but he ain't even show up. See, that's that boy. I tried to tell you, boy. He's a Kappa. They do stuff like that. But anyways, we're gonna get into some music. Yeah.
Did you have to go there?
Yes,
he ain't even here to defend himself.
Oh man.
He ain't have to go there. Don't call me, fight me over here. So I don't care.
Me fight, never mind. Don't go there. Anyways, Gio, well, go ahead and introduce that song for me, man.
Yes, sir. This is Gio El Futuro. The single is called Dime.
Oh. How is it spelled?
It's spelled like dime. That's what they kept. The first time they debuted the song, they kept saying dime. I was like, I wrote on there too, didn't I?
Yeah,
I was like, no.
It's not that. You even put the thing. And we said it was like man, what's he trying to say? It was bad. Bless our little hearts, y'all. Y'all got pray for us. I'm trying to tell you. Somebody's been praying for us.
Man, what's up, man? Sharon said Gio's not. Your name's not Gio. Get out of here, man.
I wish I knew this. I wish I knew what you were saying. That's what I was saying. Right. All I do is just.
Yeah. I like that. I like that though, man. I like what.
That shit's clean. I wish I could say this shit to my wife, bro.
Man. You gotta have a translator going on.
And plus, I got a misconception. So you know my name is Cortez, right?
Yeah.
So it just fucks up everybody that's Hispanic and shit, bro. They be like,
Cortez. Yeah.
Black ass dude with dreads named Cortez. Who's your mama? Your mama married somebody Mexican or something. No, like, man. Cortez? Like, for real? And nothing I can do about that shit. We'll play another one. We'll play the combo right after this. Then we'll come back with it. Then we'll get to.
You have to do the challenge. Challenge. You have to do it.
We're gonna get it on video too. Not these videos. We're gonna get it on that video.
That was good stuff. You gotta do it. Why you
Somebody said you do, not me. You, not me.
Somebody said he's gotta do it.
Actually, wifey.
No, wifey.
His wife said that.
Hey, she said it.
So,
we shall see.
oh wait, now she said everyone. So that means y'all.
I got so much. I hope y'all ask me about this. This song hit a lot.
That was La Cama. Did I say that right?
You said it right, man.
All right, that was La Cama featuring Rob, featuring Rob Lee. And I'm going to tell you this, man. That is absolutely one of my favorite songs of yours, only simply because I think that was probably the first song I heard from you. And the first song is always a good impression for that. So shout out to you and Rob Lee for that, man. Yes. I appreciate that, man. Yes. That is an awesome song. So speaking of that song, how did that even come about? Because we were just kind of talking off air. Like, I didn't even know, like, okay, I know Rob. I've been knowing Rob since high school, right?
Right.
So, of course, even when he's doing music and all that good stuff, we kind of are close. I am royalty affiliates as well. Mm-hmm. So, we were already close. So, he came up. I mean, all of a sudden, he dropped a video with this guy. And I'm like, who is this dude? It's hot fire. Like, where's hot fire coming from? And then I had Roman Lane shoot the video. Yes. And I'm like, dang, you know, at the time, Roman had did all of my videos. So, I'm like, man, my homeboys, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? So, how did that all come about?
Man, good question. Okay, so La Cama was a single by itself first. Okay. I released La Cama when I released an album called Trilogy. Okay. And Trilogy was my third technically album. Mm-hmm. So I don't like calling these project albums because they were real. Like, I recorded it from my basement, nothing. There was no promo behind it. I just put out music. That's when I first started. Yeah. So I did La Cama, and everything off of Trilogy was kind of written knowing that I'm either going to have an R&B singer or a hip-hop artist in it. Like, as I'm writing the songs, I kind of had that in mind. So, like, the intro to La Cama is in English, and it feels really R&B-ish, right? So I put the whole thing out, and I was like, whenever it's ready, I'll do some remixes, or, you know, we'll collaborate or something, or hopefully somebody hears it and likes it. And so I wrote, I'm on SoundCloud, right? I'm just scrolling through stuff, and I come across this page, and I love listening to, like, new artists and, like, people I can just kind of vibe with or whatever. Right. Yeah. So I'm scrolling, and I see Monday Morning. Oh. Right. And I fell in love with the song, like, by itself. I don't know who Rob Lee is. That's Rob. If you know anything about Rob Lee, you know that is his classic joint. Always gonna be. Even though he's got some hot stuff. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. So I'm listening to Monday Morning, right? And I love it. I like how Rob Lee, like, stacks his vocals. I'm like becoming a nerd with this song. Right? I love it. So I don't know who Rob Lee is exactly. I know that Rob Lee is the artist on this song. I don't know he's local. I don't know anything. So I was like, I'm just gonna hit this person up. I'm just gonna, just show love. Just, man, love the track, blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm thinking this is like someone famous, somebody, just. Turn up. So I was just writing. I was just like showing love, just whatever. And I got a response. I got a message. Like, on SoundCloud you can leave comments or whatever. So I left that comment, and I got a message back. And it was like, thank you so much, man. Whatever, I've been listening to your stuff, and I actually like your music. So I was like, whoa. Calm down. So I said, so I kept that in the back of my head, and I was just like, man, the more I listened to Monday Morning, I was like, his voice is perfect for Trilogy. I don't know what song, but his voice is perfect for it. So some time passes, and I started releasing some more music, and I might have been talking to my brother or somebody, who's just kind of in the music, with me. And I was like, man, I think I'm going to reach out to him because I found out that he was from Louisville. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this will be easy. It's easy. We can link up. We'll record the song. I'll redo whatever I got to do. We'll make it work. And then, so I reached out to him. I was like, man, I have a crazy idea. I noticed you don't have any. I noticed you don't have any reggaeton songs. Can you do a verse for me? Quick. Responded immediately and was like, "Yep, I got you." I was like, "Man, this is about to blow up.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, this is the hit for the summer." I think it was summertime when it first started promo. So, fun fact, man. So I reached out to Rob Lee. He agreed. Everything was fine. Then I had a show at I don't remember the place, but you know who The Mario?
Yes.
Okay, so he was doing some stuff, and he kind of wanted to incorporate a Latin night type thing.
Yeah.
So he contacted my brother. My brother's pretty much my manager. So he was like, "Hey, we got the show for you or whatever. You want to do the show?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." That same night, a day.
Yeah.
He was performing.
James.
Right. So I've never heard of a day's new to me too. Like this whole R&B, movement, whatever. This is brand new to me. So a day comes up, and he was like, "Hey man, I was listening to SoundCloud, and I don't know what song it is, but the one that you say, oh that body, I love it." And I was like, "Oh dang!" I was like, "Man, I got this crazy concept."
Yeah.
But I already reached out to Rob Lee, man. So we did the track already. Everything was already like in place. I found out who Roman was. Yeah. Roman, another one where I thought Roman blew up. I thought Roman was, out there famous.
Oh,
Not that he's not. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know he was from here. I didn't know he was from Louisville. So I told him, I was like, "Hey, I got this concept. Here's Rob Lee. Here's me. I think we can fuse both of our genres perfectly.
Yeah.
Here's the song. If you like it, let's do the video. And if you don't, scratch it. Whatever." Right. So he got back, man, and we did the video. And as soon as it came out, I'll be completely honest, and I think credit is due where it's due. I wouldn't be sitting here like Tez of Too Deep, like, Melody, like here right now on this radio show if it wasn't for that song. That song just completely, oh yeah. Shout out Iron Royalty too, man.
Yeah. You just dropped a lot of music affiliate names, and they don't even know that. They don't know about that yet.
Man, this was as soon as La Cama dropped. I would say as soon as the video dropped, people were just amazed that two local artists, completely from two different backgrounds, two different genres, two different worlds, blended, and it worked.
Yeah.
Like I was taking Rob Lee on my shows. Rob Lee was taking me on his shows. Like for that whole year. It was all love, and I gained a lot of following. I would say he gained, a following too. My fans were his fans, and it worked. It was perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
So had a lot of fun with that, man. I still love performing that song to this day.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I love listening to that song.
Yeah.
How about that? So I like it. We played it like almost every single week.
Yeah.
What's the name of it again?
La Cama.
Ooh.
Listen, I got that.
He got it.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, he got it. He didn't even have to think about it.
I can't mess up my favorite. If I mess up my favorite, then that means it's not my favorite.
Oh, man.
But yes, man. So shout out to that. So I mean, you dropped a lot of names. You said Roman Lane, Rob Lee, Ade.
Yes.
All of these people, like I said, they're big in the hip hop and R&B scene.
Yes.
Roman Lane with the visuals, of course. Ade with the R&B music. Rob Lee with the R&B pop music. Man, everything that you just said was beautiful, man. And I think that goes to show that in the Weekend with Tez, man, you if you think we don't have talent. If you think we don't have people here, you are absolutely out of your mind. You must be sipping, smoking, doing something that is illegal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy how we have all of these DJs, we have all of these videographers, we have all of these people here that are ready to see the scene grow, but constantly we always talk about how it's not here and how people are not here. So I appreciate you sharing that story, man. I think that's absolutely dope, and I think more people need to hear that because you just inspired somebody, whether you believe it or not. You just inspired somebody to reach out to another artist and say, "Hey, let's try to make something work." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man. I
people,
hope so.
Yeah, man. People be nervous about that, but
I know, and I feel it. I feel it sometimes too. Like somebody will ask for a feature, and I'm like, I'm human, man. You can ask me for a feature.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just hit me up. It's that big of a deal. But that's just how the game goes, man. So Melody, I'm sorry, we over here vibing.
Oh man,
no, I'm there.
Took the spotlight.
I understand.
My bad.
I feel it.
Yes, man.
I'm an artist myself, so we ain't got no
okay, go ahead.
If you would like
you got
for
bars
me to be featured.
You got bars.
Yes, I have bars.
You want to go on this beat right here?
Yeah, I got you.
Let's go.
Hey.
Why you play this?
Come on. Let's go.
Why you play this? That's a part of it.
Off the top.
Why you play this? Yeah.
Why you play this? Hey.
Gonna turn into a Migos feature in there.
Hey, put in this. Sorry.
At least you caught the drill.
But go ahead, Melody.
Okay, so you were talking about how the beginning of that song is in English. Mm-hmm. So basically, when most people listen to all your music, it's not in English.
Right.
So can you translate something?
Oh man, translate something. Which one do you want me to translate?
Which one?
I mean, I won't take like word for word, but I can tell you like a synopsis of what that song is.
Nah, I just need all of them.
Just all of them?
No, but
do my favorite. Do La Cama.
No.
La Cama?
Yeah, do that one.
You want me to break down La Cama? All right.
Yeah,
so I'll keep it.
It's my favorite.
I'm gonna keep this. So I think my son's watching. There might be some kids watching, but I'll keep it. Let me keep it. I'll keep it.
Maybe not. Hold on.
So La Cama. The words La Cama is
not the punctuation mark, right?
Right. No punctuation. Okay. So La Cama, straight up, the translation is the bed. So the song is a sweet talk, like a trying to get the girl type thing. That's why Rob Lee, you dropping bombs? Rob Lee played into it. Rob Lee played into it with his lyrics and
well, I could tell from the little music video. I did watch it.
Okay,
it was kind of like let me get your number.
Yeah. Yes. And then at the end of the video, it's not what we thought it was. So, but yeah, that's
side note.
La Cama is a sensual song, and I'll keep it at that.
Okay, yeah, because he got real sensual too.
Sensual. I got close to the mic, didn't I?
He said, "This is the bed."
Oh, Lord.
I said, "Whoa, okay, excuse me." That's why I drop bombs, man. So, so I want to say this, man. Any inspiration? What would you say to people who want to be an artist out here in our community, that want to do things that we do,
yep.
And what would you say to them if they want to get started or whatever?
I would say so. Again, keep in mind, I've only been doing this 3 years, so I still consider myself a very new artist, and I hope I don't come off as not being humble or anything like that, but I've done a lot in just that little time, but it has all been being at the right place, the right time, and investing myself. Right. So the first thing that made me want to record myself first is I invested in a studio, at-home studio, right? And that's not to, I have my own producer and I have my own engineer, so that's not taken away from, we've got some of the best engineers, around this whole part of the country, I would say. So I'm not saying don't go to an engineer or anything like that, but I would say invest financially in yourself, to a point where if you wanted to release and I do it all the time, people who follow me, I release a cover whenever I feel like it, or a remix or, something like that. And, I got kids right now, so I usually record when they're sleeping. So it's either early in the morning or, it's not as easy, but, investing in yourself financially, I think can take you far. Like till this day, a lot of times people don't know this, so I'll kind of put this out there. A lot of times, I still record at my house. I still record in my basement right now. And what I do is I send all my vocals whenever it's done to my engineer and then let him do his thing.
Right.
So I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't invest. I hear it all the time when Bryson Tiller was like, I spent $600, and as soon as I spent $600, I was able to put my music out there.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not to say that everybody has $600, but I took time to build, my craft and invest in myself. Yeah. So I would say it's possible. It's not as far as people think. I would say your passion has to come first. It's not. Don't just put out music just to put out music. Put something out that you think people are going to actually listen to. So I would say that's my best advice. Okay,
so I think that's absolutely good advice. And I wanted to ask you this too. So I know that, you know, we have to do what we got to do. That's what it sounded like you were saying. Everybody has to do what they got to do. If you want to be successful in life, you got to go get it. You have to invest in yourself, invest in your dreams, invest in your vision, and make sure that you stay focused on that, you know what I mean, and don't let nobody take you off of that no matter what your circumstance is, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what is it like, what still drives you though? Like, I mean, because we all have those times. If you can be honest with yourself, we all have those times that, not necessarily that we don't want to do it anymore, but it's just like, man, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't see the views that I wanted to see, or I didn't make the financial gain that I wanted to make on this one, and I thought this was gonna be it. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So like, what keeps you going? What drives you, bro?
Perfect question. So I'm gonna kind of bring it back to what I was talking about a little bit earlier. The thing that keeps me going, again, so keep in mind, like, views are nice. Views are really nice. Album sales and single sales are great. You know, I mentioned that I've met goals that I've wanted to do since I started this. Reaching my music to other countries, beautiful. Love it.
Dope.
Right. But if I didn't meet those goals, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's, to a certain point, don't get me wrong, I think everybody should be a go-getter. If you're going to be an artist, I think to a certain extent you have to believe in yourself. You know, there is some kind of cockiness that you have to have when it comes to swag. Swag. That's what the kids are saying. Swag. So you gotta, you have to believe in yourself. But at the end of the day, you get 50 views on a video. So what?
Yeah.
Did you put yourself into that song?
Yeah.
No. If you didn't, then sorry. But if you did and you got 50 views, what are you worried about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what? Put out another song, and maybe you get 1,000 views.
So don't let that ego get too big. I
Don't let you put it on. I know. As soon as I mentioned it.
Man, you already
As soon as I mentioned it.
You know how.
Yeah. So I would say that, man. Like, I think people really get hung up. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I love when I put something out. I've been promoting really hard. My new single, and if people weren't responding to it, I would. I'm human too. I would feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all artists.
Like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, but
right.
But at the end of the day, I already know in the back of my head, if this single doesn't do well, wait until I put out some other stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, that's dope, man. A lot of people don't have that. I'm telling you, man. Like, a lot of people don't have it, and a lot of people don't understand that you need to make small goals too.
Oh yeah.
We always think of the big goals. We like, I'm about to drop it. 1 million views. I'm about to get signed. Here it is. You know what I'm saying? Like just try to take baby steps. You know what I'm saying? And growth is what's so important, and consistency is what's important as well. Because even if I put out all this product, I also have to be as consistent as possible. So let me ask you another question though. Who do you? Okay, so if there's people out here that's doing music, right? And I'm talking to big name, the famous folks, right?
Okay.
Who do you compare yourself to, or who do others compare yourself? So if I've never heard of you, right? And somebody says, hey, this guy sounds like bloody 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 bloopty blue. So who is the bloody bloody bloopty blue? Like, let people know.
Bloody bloody bloopty blue.
Ted's too deep says I ain't got a problem with that. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay. So I don't know what I sound like to other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I don't have that answer. I don't
Who have you heard people say?
Okay, so I've been compared to Pitbull in a sense that, and I admire Pitbull. I love that Pitbull.
Okay.
That's a good one. All right, so if I had to say it for myself, I would say Pitbull. Not in like vocal aspect of it, but I would say in the fact that the collabs that he does and the genres that he's willing to tap into. Yeah. A lot of people might not know this, but like Pitbull started with like hardcore hip hop. Yeah. It wasn't this, this nice like hips moving. It wasn't that. But he's good enough to do something like that and still be on top.
But you know what I think? This is what I think too. I think that's a good comparison. Yeah. But I think with you and your music, what people don't understand is that you have a lane that everybody cannot get into. You get what I'm saying? So that's what makes you so dope, bro. Is that you're making music for people we think don't exist in the Ville. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, well, dang, there's a whole community of people that's rocking with this dude. Yeah. I had no idea that this even existed. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, go ahead. No, you could go ahead, man. I can stop.
So this is what I love, right? Because why not? So why not? Perfect example. Why not Tezza Too Deep take a little bit of that? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or why not me take a little bit of what Tezza Too Deep does?
Yeah, I ain't
you know what I'm saying?
Though.
I mean, you got this radio show.
I ain't
you got Iron Royalty. You got all this.
I ain't doing none of that. Don't put me in there.
I'm just. It's just an example though. An example. You know. So that's what I love about music, man. Like you can take. It doesn't matter what genre. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean that to sound, arrogant or whatever, but. Put me on any genre, and I'll show you what I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go then.
All right, I'm just saying.
I know, but see, and I think my point was this, bro. My point was this. It was like a lot of times, prime example, and we can use Rob Lee, and we can use A Day. Let's use those two examples because we said something about them. Mm-hmm. So Rob Lee is now exposing people to pop and R&B.
Love it.
We don't have a lot of people that actually expose people to that type of music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A Day. True R&B music.
Yes.
I got you. Trap R&B, like that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? You might hear Bryson Tiller, but if you want to hear somebody that still got a little edge on his own stuff as well, you can listen to A Day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then you got rappers like Romeo. You know Romeo with 2 L's? Do you know who that is?
I've seen the name.
Yeah, so Romeo with 2 L's, hip hop, Don B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hip hop, straight hip hop heads. You know what I mean? Throwing a backpack on them and they backpack rappers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like literally, there's different type of genres and there's different type of levels to the game now, and people like everybody's accepted. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a crowd for everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
love that. I love that.
So I mean I appreciate you and what you do.
Win.
You know, so what you say?
We all can win.
That's
Man,
right.
I promise, because I'll say something little and then I'll kind of step away from it. But I hear a lot of the times, that there's not enough this or not enough that for like an artist or whatever. And I would tell you, man, there is enough for everybody to eat. There's enough for everybody.
Enough of what? What are you saying?
There's enough shows. There's enough. There's enough crowds. There's enough people. Yeah. There's enough people in Louisville that are looking for new artists. There's enough engineers. There's enough photographers. There's enough videographers.
Yeah.
Like Louisville, I don't think Louisville people still understand like how big the music scene is in Louisville yet.
Well, you know why we don't understand, right?
Why?
Because we're afraid, bro. We're afraid and we are scared. We're afraid and we are scared of what's new. One thing I've learned as a Louisvillian is that we're bandwagoners. Like that's just in our blood. We just love the bandwagon. So
just a little bit like.
Yeah. So if it's hot, we're gonna jump on it. And if everybody else thinks it's hot, we're gonna jump on it too. Yeah. That's just how we are.
Yeah.
So it's like the way we move and the way we do things is out of fear. You get what I'm saying? We are scared to support what's new. We are scared to support what's different. Right. We are scared to support something that we actually like ourselves because everybody else don't say nothing about it. Now we're like, I don't know. So that's what happens here. Now, I don't know if it happens everywhere, but that's just me being a person who was born and raised here. Sure. That's what I'm seeing. Because before you came here, you say you've been in the game for 3 years, right?
That's it, 3
years. When I started a long time ago, or whatever, there was no radio show that was dedicated to hip hop and R&B.
Right.
There was no, there was not as many shows. There were shows going on, but there was not as many shows that were giving the young cats an opportunity.
Right.
After that, there was not any shows that were actually putting on professional shows. So it's like I get there and it's just a whole bunch of bull crap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you got people actually trying to perform at shows, actually trying to do good things.
It's a little more serious.
I mean, now we got panels, we got these performance workshops, we got all of these things that we've had in the past, but now people are a little bit serious about it. Just like we've had the Camp Awards, which is now the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards, or whatever.
Right.
Like we've had that the whole time, but they had to rebrand themselves and come back. So like we making strides, man. Like real talk. So with you being in the game for 3 years, and you're not the only one. It's like Alexa Morgan, only been doing stuff for a year.
Yeah.
Clean Cut, only like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like Semi, I think only like 3 or 4 years.
Which is so exciting.
I know, man. And it's like people have the music in them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They've always been recording. Always wanted to have the dream, but now it's like we actually are giving people outlets, and I think that is absolutely dope. So what I'm gonna do is, Melody, do you have another question before we get into his new single and all that good stuff? I'm sorry, because we started vibing.
Yeah, man.
You just said over
give me a Tez in the room, man.
I'm really listening. Like I be
taking it all in.
Okay. I just
so I can know what to do when I.
Yeah, we hit the. Yeah. I got you though. All you gotta do is say, hey, cuz, what's up, cuz? Hey, cuz.
Well, I don't know. You was talking about my singing earlier, so.
I mean, I can work with that, trust me. Something called auto-tune, so it's like...
I'm not trying to be the next T-Pain.
Oh, man.
Really? I know that was a shot. I see. Okay. All right. I didn't know you
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
Yeah, I know. See, she tried.
say?
You could say anybody in the world. You just had to say T-Pain, didn't you? Anyways, Gio, go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and play the new single. So go ahead and introduce that one right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is my new single. Just came out yesterday. That came out yesterday, man. Feels like we've been promo for a while, but dropped yesterday. It's called La Regla. If you go on my page, man, you can see people doing a dance. There's a dance that goes with it. It's called La Regla Challenge. So hashtag La Regla Challenge. You'll see a bunch of dance moves. And if you want to do it, just upload your video and use that hashtag. Hey.
Come on, it's time for you to do your challenge. Yep.
What am I supposed to do? Because I do it right now. Let's go. Let's get it.
You gotta wait till the chorus.
Okay.
You just use your hands. You can use your hands. So it goes up. So it's hands up, and then it goes.
Oh no, we gotta wait that.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, then to the side, and then you go in and out. I got you. Hold on. Wait till I got you. Hands up. Already.
She like, I forgot. I got you.
You said what?
You got some video shoot
tomorrow?
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do?
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
I got you.
So we gonna rock it out, like, for sure.
I got you.
And tomorrow, I'm gonna tell you all day. It's
I got you. What about tomorrow? If you're alright with that.
Hey man, I'm doing pressing buttons today. That's all I'm doing. I'm pressing buttons. You the artist, man. I'm working for you. I'm working for you.
Alright.
That's a good idea too to put a challenge in place.
Bro.
That's a good idea.
It's only been out for a day, and I've had people, everybody's uploading, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna definitely do it just because I want to support the
Bro, that'd be dope. People see Tez.
I want to do it. Yeah, I want to do it. I get wifey to do it.
Nice.
I probably get my son to do it.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So I got you, bro.
Appreciate it.
When you part of the gang,
That's
it's
right.
over, bro.
Let's do it.
It's it, bro.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you see me hit that Wakanda. You hear me? I ain't know Wakanda real quick. Wakanda forever. Never forget. This is it.
So what does it mean? Like hands up?
Yeah, it means hands up. Mueve caderas, move your hips. Pa arriba, pa abajo is up, down. De lado a lado is side to side. And then pa dentro y pa afuera is in, out.
Oh yeah, man.
Official.
So, hey, man, I'm gonna let you know that was fire, bro. That was absolutely fire, man. I appreciate that, man. You dropping down, you bringing us the new single. Make sure, tell everybody about the challenge one more time.
Yes,
Go ahead and do that.
yes. So, Tez is gonna do the challenge. I'm like. So if you did like that song, there's a challenge right now. It's a dance. It's real simple. Just go to Instagram, go to wherever you want, social media, type in hashtag La Regla Challenge.
Yeah.
And if you hashtag that, you'll see a bunch of videos of people doing the dance. get your tutorial on, do all that good stuff, and then just upload your video, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be looking tonight. Before
I
post up anything, I'm looking
to practice.
What in the hand, side, out. Oh,
I'll tell you that if you can do the Cupid Shuffle, you be
I was
there it is.
There we go. And you also brought us, man. You actually brought us another song as well. So go ahead and tell the people about that song. Really quickly. We're gonna play.
Very quickly, man. I'm gonna drop it. I'll drop a gem really quick.
Let's do it.
So I got this single, right? I got La Regla dropped already. This is gonna be in promo for the next, I'll be honest, probably a few months. Maybe this summer. So right now, I am in works with a bunch of different artists. I'm gonna put out an EP. Every single song on this EP will have a feature. So even more than that, it's not gonna have a feature from my genre. It'll be the best hip hop R&B artist in the city. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll drop a few names, just a few. I got a song with Shania.
Oh, hallelujah!
We're working right now.
Do that thing. Yes.
Got a song with Shania.
Let's go, Shania. Let's go.
I'm working on Joey Marini.
Oh, really? That's a WkndWithTez favorite right there.
Hey,
that's the first artist that went number one on this show.
Joey knows how to move. Let me tell you,
like
Joey knows how to make moves, man.
Yes.
So I'm working with Joey Marini. Baron Lee, B. Lee.
Yeah, B. Lee.
Regla.
Yes.
I'm working with Young Sweet.
Yes.
Sweet from Wycliffe.
Wow.
And actually, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Right.
So
here's the concept, right? It's everything we've been talking about. I love bringing my genre, different genres, different vocalists. I love bringing two different worlds and meshing them together and make something happen.
Right.
So I had to reach out to this one person who's got a huge influence in this whole city, right? And as soon as I wrote him, he was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And then he took a long time to do this. So this next one, man. So I'm gonna put this out. This is a preview of what this EP will sound like. Again, there's no date, but it's probably gonna be summer. And this is featuring Tez or 2D.
I believe it took you long too.
Hey. He got it done though. At least he got it done.
Oh yeah, I got it done. This man of many
I was just like.
Plus, I'm busy, girl. She mad at for real. Her side story is she didn't send me an email, like a month ago.
Yeah, and I'm waiting.
Yeah, still waiting on it.
She said still.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'll get to it. I try.
You got it done though.
Yeah.
You got it done. Kill it. That's what matters.
When I first went back to the studio,
Yeah.
this was the first one I did. So like 30 seconds.
Call me. Cuando siente que me quiere más, botero pido más. Call me, dime que me quiere por el celular. Call me, cuando siente que me quiere más, botero pido más. Call me, dime que me quiere por el celular. Walking to the club like it's my casa. Still on up that ring, but still like I'm She don't even speak the same language. Only speaking tongues, Gucci, Louis, Prada. Solo compra más que cara. Cuando cae la noche, mami, siempre llama. Y ya no siente nada. Dile que me quiere, mami, dile que me ama. Call me, cuando siente que me quiere más, pues te lo pido más. Call me, dile que me quiere por el celular. Call me, cuando siente que me quiere más, pues te lo pido más. Call me, dile que me quiere por el celular. Pick up your phone, pick up your phone. I know you're home, pick up the phone. Sick of his games, sick of his lies. Send me a text, let's take a ride. You know that I changed your life, what's the hesitation? Relax your mind while we conversating. Let's get away and we ain't coming back. So high, so we ain't catching contact.
I definitely could look what that meant. So that's how I did.
Catch me, cause you will, I'll be there.
so that was Gio, and what's his name again?
Tez of Too Deep.
Yes, man, Mr. Tez of Too Deep.
That's
man.
right. Call deep.
Yeah. So y'all be on the lookout for the EP, man, and be on the lookout for what Gio's got going on, man. So don't be no hater. Okay, all the haterade that you probably sipping right now. Listen to this show like, they think they doing something. Oh my goodness, they don't know nothing. I don't even know what he's saying on the song and all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no hater. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show love. This is what this show is for, and this is what we do, man. So I just want to make sure that, hey, listen, if they want to follow you or they want more information about you, man, tell them where to find you, please.
Yes. All right, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everything in the world. Actually, you know what? I'm newly on Twitter. I just made a Twitter yesterday.
Wow.
Yesterday. Is that weird?
Twitter's interesting.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
It's interesting.
I'm open for whatever. So I'm just.
But I get a lot of good context and networks from Twitter.
Okay.
So you'll probably, with you, bro, you probably start getting some dope stuff.
Let's see. So I just made a Twitter. So everything is at Gio El Futuro. So let me spell that really quick. It's GioelFuturo. Gio El Futuro. And then really quick, let me give, if I can give a shout out, I promised this person I was going to do it. Shout out to actually one of the producers from that song from Call Me featuring Tez of Too Deep is Ale, the producer. He works for Dust Game. Okay. Shout out to J Tunes. Shout out to DJ Savvy. Shout out to my wife, who's all part of Futuro Music. Definitely shout out to I Am Royalty.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Man, we appreciate you being here, man. And what we're going to do is, the show is over, so if you could find us and all this, Melody, tell them where to find you and all that good stuff. Hurry up, girl. We got 2 minutes.
Hey, you can find me on Instagram.
That's what I got to do.
At Melody Simone. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat. And also, you can find our co-host, who's not in the building tonight, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Or on Facebook, Rakai Steve, also Diamond Mind, that is Mind with a Y.
Yeah.
And
DJ, right, and DJ Party All Weekend. Find him at Party All Weekend on all social media. And if you want to hang out with Party All Weekend, go to Club Virtue right now. You know how it goes down, man. Yeah. He turns up every single Friday for the pregame social. Also, tonight is actually Drunken Nights with Renegade, with Hype Kid Renegade. So make sure you go to Club Virtue right after this, man. Tell them Tez of Too Deep and Weekend with Tez sent you over there. You can find me at Tez of Too Deep on all social media and www.isupporttez.com. That's www.isupporttez.com if you want all information on this. And what we're going to do is, man, I'm going to go ahead and do it like this, man. I'm going to run this back real quick and we're going to get out of here. This is the Weekend with Tez radio show. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe, man. Be blessed. Stay safe. All that fun stuff, man, because the world is crazy. I just want to see everybody succeed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how it goes down, man. Let's get it, man. We're going to do it just like this.
Let's go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dope.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.